कहानी है हमारी सेना के 10 अफसरों की। क्षितिज के उस पार 7 समुंदर परे एक अदृश्य लक्ष्य ने उन्हें बुलाया उनके अंतर ही की आवाज में, और चल पड़े वे उस लक्ष्य की खोज में एक छोटी सी पाल नौका के तहत। बड़े फतेह का नाम दिया नौका को तृष्णा। तलाश थी उन्हें जिसकी साहस दिलेरी की एक पूज्य प्रतिमा की, वह प्रतिमा भी शायद एक तृष्णा ही थी पहुंच से परे। हर साधन जरिया भी उस खोज का पहुंच से परे। कागज पत्थर लिखत पढ़त के मरुस्थल से ढका हुआ, उधर समुंदर इधर मरुस्थल, न जाने कितनी बार लगा कि बस गए काम से, सागर के तूफानों में या मरुस्थल की लपटन।
The Trishna, from the beginning of the voyage, without break to the end, were
नौका के कप्तान लेफ्टिनेंट कर्नल कांतमनेनी सुधाकर राव, मेजर अशोक कुमार सिंह, कैप्टन चंद्रहास भारती, कैप्टन संजीव शेखर, जिन्हें आपने अभी देखा, सभी चारों ने पूरी यात्रा तय की।
At all times there were 6 crew members on board, the 4 permanent crew who you met first, and the other 6 who each did roughly a third of the approximately 50,000 kilometer voyage. Parent, a rock of support. Nothing impersonal here. No bureaucratic quibbling or holding back. The Army Corps of Engineers, to which all the members of the Trishna belong, backed them to the hilt. A yacht that could sleep at least 6. Trishna had sleeping bunks for 8, 2 in the forward section, which our sailors used to store sails, 4 in the main cabin, and 2 which included skipper rows below the steering deck. The captain's desk, with all its instruments and charts, was closest to his bunk. There was a folding dining table in the main cabin, which was also their common room. There wasn't much room for personal belongings, only a tiny locker each. A wardrobe cupboard could take just 1 dress suit each. It was in front of the toilet, serviced by a pumping system that drew seawater to keep it clean. The kitchen also used seawater and had racks for groceries. Fresh drinking water was stored in a tank under the floor. It had a swiveling gas range to always maintain its balance.
We settled for a 37 feet Swan class, which was earlier the Guinevere of Sussex and now Trishna.
In some ways, here is where the Trishna expedition began. From England to Bombay, traversing the dangerous winter seas through the Bay of Biscay and down the coast of Europe.
Wire, wire, wire!
Such passion and intensity would have been impossible without solid support from their family. 17 years old, second hand, for the price of 5 lakhs. But to hands expert with sail and oar, she responded gaily.
कीमत 5 लाख में मिली नौका 17 साल पुरानी, तो क्या सौदा था दिल का दिलेरी का। नाव तो केवट की भी पुरानी ही थी। इंग्लैंड से बंबई तक किस हिफाजत से नाविक नाव को और नाव नाविकों को ले आई, परदेश से देश को। फिर शुरू हुई विश्व परिक्रमा के लिए उनकी नाव की और नाविकों की साज सज्जा।
On arrival at Bombay, for several months, the crew of the Trishna went over every detail of the boat, rigging and mending, painting and polishing it for the long voyage Around the world.
6 महीने दिन रात रत रहे सभी 10 नाविक परिक्रमा की तैयारी में। सफर होना था 7 समुंदर पार अनगिनत तूफानों से। कैसे बतलाएं घर वालों को? क्या कहा घरवाली ने?
Around the world. When Captain Bharti told his wife, her reaction was unquotable.
इस अभियान के शुरू होने से कुछ महीने पहले ही 1984 में मेरी शादी हुई थी और शादी के सिर्फ 1 महीने पश्चात जब मेरी पत्नी को यह मालूम हुआ क्या कि हम लोग मैं इस सेलिंग क्रूज़ में मैं सेलेक्ट हो गया हूं और करीब 3 साल के लिए इस क्रूज़ में इन्वॉल्व हूं, तो उसने काफ़ी कुछ मुझे कहा जो कि मैं यहाँ टेलीविज़न पर नहीं कह सकता हूँ। खैर शुरू में मुझे तो ये समझाना पड़ा कि सिर्फ 2 महीने के लिए जा रहा हूँ, फिर कहना पड़ा करीब 6 महीने के लिए और फिर धीरे धीरे सारा राज खोलना पड़ा क्या कि यह तो 3 साल का है।
Now it was the men and the elements, the classical Indian archetypal affair between Prakriti and Purush. No conquest here, no battle, but standing tall and winning the elements over. The sun, moon, wind and waves. Bombay to Maldives, Maldives to Mauritius, and then nature, Prakriti, put them to the test in a stormy embrace as they rounded the Cape of Good Hope. It was Diwali night. They had had a sumptuous dinner of aloo parantha and kheer cooked by AK when they were hit by a terrible storm. From the Indian Ocean, past the Maldives, Mauritius, round the Cape of Good Hope. Now Trishna was sailing in the South Atlantic Ocean, heading after the islands of St Helena, where Napoleon was imprisoned, and Ascension Island, the British-American base for space touchdowns, for Brazil, and then skirting the east coast of South America up to Surinam and British Guyana to cross into the Caribbean Sea. Georgetown, Trinidad, Barbados, Jamaica, Magic.
आगे था प्रशांत महासागर, सिडनी ऑस्ट्रेलिया तक की लंबी यात्रा, जिसके दौरान ऑकलैंड न्यूजीलैंड और सिडनी के बीच तृष्णा को फिर भीषण तूफान से जूझना पड़ा।
जब हम फिजी से ऑकलैंड की तरफ अपनी नौका यात्रा में थे, उस समय एक काफ़ी भयंकर तूफान आया जिसमें कि हमारे दोनों मेन सेल जो कि मुख्य पाल है, जो कि हमारे पास सिर्फ 2 ही हैं, दोनों ही फट गए और साथ साथ हमारे 2 जिब सेल भी फट गए। ऐसी हालत में उस तूफान के बीच भी मुझे सेल की रिपेयर करनी पड़ी और जब मैं उस समय सेल की रिपेयर कर रहा था तब मैंने सोचा कि काश मेरे साथ मेरी पत्नी भी यहाँ होती तो शायद इस समय सिलाई में मेरी मदद कर देती।
The boat had been braced for it, but the beast at sea, the cyclone that dogged them in the waters around Fiji all the way to Auckland, catching up with them all over again for 5 dreadful days between Auckland and Sydney, was something else. Sydney. Exit Tipsy Chowdhury. Now it was the Trishna and its last stage crew of 6 holding hands and keeping faith till the very end. All the way past the Great Barrier Reef, the beautiful Indonesian islands with their culture so reminiscent of India, on to Singapore and Penang, and then to their first touch of home, Indian soil, Campbell Bay at the southernmost tip of the Nicobar Islands.
And as we approached the Great Nicobar Island at the Campbell Bay, we were received by 3 naval ships, and they went past by us, and we had a fantastic feeling, and we saw 2 helicopters hovering over us. And as we landed at the jetty, we were received by the fortress commander, and the whole islanders were here, and they were saying Trishna heroes and Trishna heroes, and it was a fantastic, really fantastic reception we got here.
From now, our voyagers sailed in style, escorted across the seas by relays of friendly dolphins, now and then even a whale. A touch at Colombo, and on to a triumphant homecoming, full circle, to the gateway of India at Bombay, 1 year, 3 months and 12 days after they started. These 10 intrepid officers of the Indian Army had chased a Trishna, a mirage, a dream, across the seas, through storms and calms, through separation from loved ones, through indescribable hardships and dangers. Now, unbelievably, they held it, achieved, in the palm of their hands. The triumph and the glory, the warm, tearful reunions. January 10, a little before 4 p.m. Their chief, General K. Sundarji, Chief of Staff of the Indian Army, waited with his wife and 1,000 other luminaries to welcome them through the gateway of India. Home! The joy of it.
1 वर्ष 3 माह 12 दिन की यात्रा के बाद नाविक 10 जनवरी 1987 को बंबई पहुंचे। जो कल तक एक तृष्णा थी, चमत्कार साकार हुई।